What is a great prep item to put up, to barter with, to have if you need it? What do you think is one of the best barter items that you could get right now when everything's available? I'm gonna give you a second. Some of you are probably answering it. Type your answer into the comments. I'm gonna give you a second. Some of you may have put food, protection items, things like that, right? Have you thought about alcohol and tobacco? As bad as we like to admit it, a lot of people like their alcohol and tobacco, right? Now, you go into a full-blown Shtf event and they're not able to get that anymore, and you have it, it may be a great barter item. They may be willing to trade some good stuff for it, right? They may be able to. Now, you can grow your own tobacco, but you better start doing it now and learn how to do it all the way through the process to make cigarette tobacco or dipping or chewing. A lot of people know I dip Copenhagen. I don't know how to process it all the way through, but I do have tobacco seeds, and I'm learning this year on how to do this. It's going to be a great barter item. And it's a vice, right? It's something that you don't have to survive, but a lot of people need it, right? It's their comfort item. It's their go-to when things are bad. They may want to smoke a cigarette when they're stressed out, or they may want to get a dip of snuff, or they may want to drink a beer or a shot of liquor, right? That's what calms them down. And of course, we have the other addictions that's going to go along with this. It's going to be the bad ones, the really, really bad ones, right? And we all know the pharmaceutical addictions, what I'm talking about. We're not going to discuss that on this channel because I don't want to get flagged. But a good barter item would be alcohol and tobacco, whether you use it or not, or whether you drink alcohol or not. There's several people out here in the world that does. Number one, alcohol, as far as when you get up in the higher proof stuff, it's an antiseptic. You can clean stuff with it. We all know that from the pandemic. When hand sanitizer becomes short, a lot of the companies switched over and started making hand sanitizer, right? I will admit it smelled kind of like corn, didn't it to y'all? A little bit sticky. Yeah. They was just running alcohol off and bottling it and selling it as, hand sanitizer. Now's the time to start learning how to do this kind of stuff. Times to start looking around in your area. What would be a good barter item in my area? Now, your area may be different. You may live in an area where nobody smokes, nobody drinks, nobody dips. You may need a different barter item. But in my area here in the South, that's a great barter item. You can get it somewhat reasonable now, especially when it comes to alcohol. You can still find it on good deals. And when I say alcohol, we're talking about liquor, drinking alcohol, not rubbing alcohol. You can still find good deals on it. You can stock up on it. I will say that usually around a holiday you find a better deal, especially around Christmas. You don't have to go out and buy the fifth, the half gallons. You can just get the little bottles, the little shooter bottles, and stock them up. Because, a lot of cough syrups that you get from a store has alcohol in it, right? And a lot of people may not know that, but the majority of the good cough syrup you get at the store has alcohol in it. I think NyQuil has, 10% alcohol in it? I think it used to be 10%, I know. And that don't seem like a lot, but it does have alcohol in it. Like I said, if you get a cut or something and all you have something like that, it's better than nothing, right? To sanitize the wound. But right now is the time to start looking around. What can I stock up to barter with? Because I'm sure most of y'all that watch my videos, you're pretty well prepped and you're just sitting around waiting for the hammer to drop and do your thing, right? You may not thought far enough out, what do I need to barter with? Because eventually, whatever supplies you have, they will start to run out. They could get damaged. You could lose them. They could get stole from you, right? So if you have barter items to trade around for, it'll help you in the long run. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and stock a whole closet full of this stuff or nothing like that, but, look around your area and what would be a good barter item. What do you see a lot of people needing? It may be coffee. A lot of people in your area may, honestly be addicted to coffee. I myself, I don't drink coffee. I will drink, a French vanilla cappuccino once or twice during hunting season. Yeah, I'm bougie like that. But you understand what I'm saying. There's different areas and different stuff that people need. You may be in an area where, like I said, people need coffee, or maybe they like tea, things like that. Stock up on stuff like that so you can barter with it later on down the line. Could it be a waste of money if SHTF happens? The tobacco and stuff could be a waste of money, which I have seen videos of people, smoking a cigarette out of a MRE from the World War II, but as far as the alcohol, it shouldn't go bad. If you're getting, you know, the higher proof stuff, it should be fine. I mean, it'll last a lifetime, right? A lot of these bottles now, though, are switching from glass to plastic bottles, and I'm not 100% sure on how the plastic will affect the liquor as it ages in the bottle. I'm not real sure if it'll start imparting some of that into the liquor. So, you know, if you can find glass bottles, it may be better to stock up on glass bottles. Tobacco, you know, you can buy a couple cartons of cheap cigarettes, throw them in your freezer. You know, keep them in the freezer, keep them cold or something like that, or stock them in a cool, dry place, right? A lot of the snuff, like Copenhagen and stuff, Copenhagen's not going to store that long because it's in a cardboard can. Most of y'all may know what it looks like, but it comes in a fiber cardboard can with a metal top. Once you open this, it's going to start drying out pretty quick, and once it sets in it, you know it's going to dry out pretty quick. You're better off to get a plastic snuff in a plastic can, something like this. Plastic. You can buy this brand right here in a big old bucket that has essentially 12 cans worth of snuff in a bucket for around here. It's around $19. It used to be $13 in 2020 because I bought a bucket of it a time or two. Now it's around $19, $20. That's a good prep item, right? Put it up. Coffee, you want your freeze-dried coffees. You know, a lot of people are going to tell you to buy the coffee beans that they work better and things like that, but honestly, in a barter situation, you know, people may want the freeze-dried stuff just as much as they want the name brand, good stuff, right? You know, I'm not telling you to go out here and go broke stocking up on this stuff, but it's a great barter item to have. You know, you might be able to trade a bucket of snuff for protection items. You know, you never know, right? You know, I hope also, you know, batteries. I'm not real sure. I'm not the professional prepper as my other people on here on YouTube that knows all the in and out details, but batteries, of course, they say you can get a 10-year shelf life out of them. I don't know, because a full-blown SHTF, they're going to be exposed to the humidity and everything else, right? It's not like it's going to be in a controlled room. Excuse me, I got a cough. Sorry about that. I started coughing and I paused the video. I hope you're still here, but I'm going to have to wrap this up. As you can tell, I'm fixing to start coughing real bad. Guys, keep your head on a swivel. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Protect yourself and your family at all times. At that moment, you're the only person who can do it. Stay safe. Keep prepping. And start looking for barter items that you can barter with in a full-blown SHTF. I'm not telling you to spend thousands of dollars on this stuff, but look around your area. People watch. See what they use the most, right? Stock up on that stuff, so it may be worth a lot to you in the long run. You know, spend a little bit now, you might be able to trade for protection items or something like that. Stay safe. Sorry this video is not as long as my normal ones, but I'm fixing to start coughing. Stay safe. Keep prepping.